Hello everybody, I am teacher Mona Al-Agha from Khan Yunis Secondary School for Girls. Today I'm going to present grammar lesson for Tawjih students, grade 12. Unit 7, period 3, language, reported question. This lesson is very important and it is expected in the final exam. Let's begin with the examples. But before I begin with the examples, I'd like to know, or I would like to make sure that you know something. We have two kinds of questions. What are they? Yes, I'd like to listen to the answer. Well done. That's right. We have two kinds of question. Yes, no question or WH question. Yes, no question begins like well, verb to be, is or are, verb to do, does or did, and etc. Concerning WH question, the question begins with one of the question words like what, when, why, how, and so on. Here we have the examples, direct questions and reported question. The first example, what do you want? This is direct question from the speaker's tongue. Let's report it into indirect question or into reported question. It is reported by someone else. He asked me what I wanted. What happened here? He plus the verb ask, pronoun object, and the question word. If this question is a WH question, so we put the first step, we put the question word, then we change the subject into statement. So here in the reported question, we put the subject, then the verb. Concerning the subject in the direct question, it was present simple, so we changed it into past simple. Number 2, have the children finished watching TV? This is yes, no question. So when we change it into indirect, we say I asked if or whether. If it is yes, no question, I must put here if or whether plus the subject, the children plus the verb had finished. Notice here that the tense was present perfect, so we changed it into past perfect. I asked if, again, I asked if or whether the children had finished watching TV. Example number 3, where are you going? Direct question. When we change it into indirect question, we say the teacher asked him where he was going. The teacher, then the verb, then the pronoun him, and the question word where, subject plus the verb. The present continuous, we change it into past continuous. And I'd like to attract your attention to something important. When we change it from direct question into indirect question, we don't put a question mark, we delete it. Okay? Example number 4, did someone tell you the answer? This is yes, no question. He asked, in the indirect question we say, he asked her if or whether someone had told her the answer. Yes, what happened here? He plus the introductory verb asked, then the pronoun her, if or whether. Subject and had told. Yes, the past simple, which changed it into past perfect, had told her the answer. Then full stop, not a question mark, because here it is not a question, it is like normal sentence, it is like a statement, so we don't put the question mark. Number 5, can you speak any foreign languages? Again, can you speak any foreign languages? This is yes, no question. When we change it into reported question, we say he asked them if or whether they could speak any foreign languages. He asked, pronoun, yes, subject, pronoun them or the object, then if or whether. It is necessary to put if or whether when it is yes no question, but we don't put if or whether with the WH question. They could speak any foreign language. We change the can into could. Can speak, could speak, past. Yes. Now let's move to the grammar rules. You should study the grammar rules by heart. Again, I advise you to study the grammar rules or to learn grammar rules by heart in order to know how to change from reported question into indirect question. Number one, when reporting questions, the subject comes before the verb as in normal sentences. When reporting questions, the subject comes before the verb as in normal sentences. Yes, like a statement. Two, there are necessary changes like moving tenses into the past and changing pronouns. Concerning changing pronouns, when after the verb ask, when we have the object, the pronoun, we change you between brackets into subject pronoun. For example, them, we use they. Her, she. Him, he. And so on. Direct, indirect. These are the tenses in the direct question, and here we can see the tenses in the indirect question. You should study this table by heart. Yes. After he asked present simple in the direct, we change it into past simple. Present continuous, past continuous. Present perfect, past perfect. Past simple, past perfect. Future simple, future past simple. For example, will, it becomes in the indirect would. Can, could. Yes, must, had, to. And so on. For example, may, might. Rule number 3, when reporting yes no question, we use either if or whether. Again, when reporting yes no question, don't forget to put if or whether. Yes. Because if you forgot to put it, you will lose half of the mark in the final exam. Yes, and I'd like to remind you of something important. Don't put it if or whether with WH question. It is wrong. It is impossible to put it with a WH question. Only we put it with yes no question. Rule number 4, we don't use a question mark with reported questions. When we change it from direct into indirect, in the direct question we put a question mark, but in the indirect question we put full stop because it is like a statement, like normal sentences. Now I have some activities for you, or some exercises to test your understanding. Exercise number A, report the following questions. Number 1, how many copies do you need? I asked the manager. Now try to do it. Yes. Number 2, do you want me to mention this in the report? I asked her. Yes, and please focus in the object here, object pronoun. What will you be in when you answer it? Number 3, are you happy in your job? I asked my brother. Yes, no question. Yes. Number 4, where are you planning to go next? I asked the tourists. So You will change it to what? Try to know. You should expect that in the final exam, the question may be with report the following question or choose the correct answer. You should expect the question to be multiple choice like this. Number 1, they asked me whether I had heard, has heard, or hears the news. 2, the officer said to the man, what are you doing? You are doing here at this time of day. My dear students, that's all for today. Thank you very much for listening and see you next time. Teacher Mona Sulaiman. Goodbye.